Da, da, da. There we go. All right. Well, hey, everyone. It's 2 hours UTC, and once again, we are gathering together our group of friends here that share a common passion for the science of astronomy. This is Astronomy Daily Live. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to pop open the chat. Hey there, Tom. Nice to see you in the chat. Let's see. So on the panel, we've got Bobby. Hey there, Bobby.
Hey, what's up?
Everything okay over there?
Oh yeah, doing just fine. I
Good.
was watching a show called The Circus on my IPTV thing. Hey, there's Tom right now.
Hey there, Tom. Hey there, Tom.
Hey, Cosmic. How's
There
everything
you.
going?
Good, 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 good. Glad you could
And
join
I thought you
us.
were there, Tom.
I was a little late here tonight, but
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of it, I was watching a show called The Circus, and it shows you like the reaction from the President Trump about what could happen to him when the new session comes in, like the new Congress and stuff.
yeah, it's definitely a circus. And yeah, that's, this is a democracy. So, in a democracy, majority rules, and the majority voted for the person there. Uh, so yeah, but it's quite a
Like
circus.
that one time last year, and there was somebody sending out in Morse code, and it was saying explicit Trump and all those that voted for him.
Yeah, well, everybody has a right to their opinion, and one way to express that is in a vote. So it's great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
I think when it comes to presidential elections, it's more like a science project than
yeah,
just a real deal.
yeah. I can see that. Sort of like a witch's brew. Just sort of haha. But no, I'm hoping that s- sooner than later, um, our means of election and voting and all that is going to change. I mean, what we have now is really primitive. Um, it's very 19th century, really. Uh, it needs an update, right? It needs an update. Look, we live in a world now with instant communication, right? The One of the only reasons for having any kind of representation at all was because not everybody could go and vote, right, on things. So it's like, hey, let's choose one person to go and vote for us, right? We tell them to, vote a certain way, and he or she does. Okay, well, that's
It's kind
that's very
of about way back when how the voting system usually, like I think when you first got started back in the 18th century,
yeah,
it was like very complicated and stuff. And now here
yeah,
we
yeah.
are in the 21st century, it's like just a blink of the eye.
With the kind of communication that we have now, right? These things, right? These things. Um, that's all you need, and all of us can vote on anything, right? Instantly. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. So yeah,
And like I said, people that ask those types of questions, who should I go for? That's the question you should answer yourself.
well, you have to, right? I mean, that's part of the deal in being in a democracy, is that you have to be informed, right? If you're not informed, you probably shouldn't vote, right? And I think somebody mentioned that over in the Discord a couple of days ago too. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I was
But it,
judge about the interests and stances.
yeah, yeah. You definitely have to make up your own mind. However, um, this is Astronomy Daily Live. So I'm going to pull it back, and actually, as you can see, the keyboard is now back. So, and it's back here to stay. So it made its way all the way up to Laughlin. It's like a 7.5 hour drive. We played two different things up there, two different nights up there. And for the past 3 days, I there's been a gig every single day. So Friday, Saturday, and today we've been playing and playing and playing. But yeah, so Mr. Board there is finally back, and yeah,
Have you ever asked Danny Many Horses about digitizing their CDs and stuff? Have them make them ready for like at least like Spotify or Google Play or something like that?
yeah, no, I've got MP3s of all of those. I just need to I need to check with him to see what his policy is on giving those away or whatever it is. So yeah,
Yeah,
um,
I wonder if
I
you don't mind like a sample pack, like a sample MP3, see what his music looks like.
yeah. I think that probably can be arranged. So yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's been my little bit of excitement here for the past week or so. It's just yeah, a lot of playing out, and yeah, that is uh, yeah. I don't really admire people, entertainers who are doing this, like every day, just over and over and over again. That's I mean, you really got to love it, right? In order to do that, and so yeah, I both admire them, and it's like, wow, that's a pretty rough kind of life for sure. So, but if you're having a good time, then you really don't consider it rough. So, but yeah, 3 days in a row, it's like, whew, I am done with this for a while. All right, well, cool. Let's see. I think I I was trying to think about what to sort of talk about um, tonight, because I always have lots and lots of things uh, to pull from. Um,
If we had Uncle Bill Durr in here on the panel, we would definitely be going on this delirium.
we might, for sure. But yeah, so I was thinking about maybe looking at some code, some software, but the thing that I'm working on now really isn't astronomy related. It's more sound related. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that way. One place that we haven't visited in a little while um, is cloudynights.com. And if you don't know about this site, it's a fantastic astronomy site. It's sort of like a forum, I guess you call it a forum. And so I'm going to pull it up here, and then I'm going to share my screen.
Well, that sucks, Uncle Bill.
Cloudy nights. Uncle Bill, what sucks? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so here's Cloudy Nights. I'm already logged in. Yay. Okay. So actually, we're going to start there. And I will now share my screen like that. Go to infinity. Ooh. And here it is. So cloudynights.com. So, you know, this is mainly for the amateur astronomer. But the amateurs are, of course, doing amazing things, right? Absolutely amazing things. The imaging, and just, in general, the conversation here is usually really, really, top notch, right? There's, it's not necessarily zero tolerance in terms of a little bit of discussion, but yeah, really polite, really respectful, and active, very, very active. We can actually.
That's how I like it, like that.
Yeah, I like it like that too.
And Crooked Ninja 5, welcome.
Crooked Ninja 5. Nice to see you there. Yes, salutes. Salutes. I've got the hydrogen hydroxide again, the HOH here, a big full glass. Yeah, right off the tap. Awesome. So cheers.
Bottle of water. Cheers.
Your last one. Your last bottle of water.
I didn't baptize the keyboard. I had so many freaking close calls when the bottles tips over to like my keyboard area and stuff, and it's almost like, oh my gosh, I want to kill it.
That's why my keyboard, this one over here, is way far away from everything. All right, so here we go. Let's just look at some of the new content, and you'll see how active this page is. Oh, I got to do forums here. There we go. So just since we started, now actually this is about as inactive as I've seen it in quite a while. But since we started 13 minutes ago, there have been a few posts. Yeah. So pretty active. Pretty active. Don't really see anything too interesting here. Let's go into the actual forum itself. And it's set up like most forums. There's categories and then there's subcategories.
Is that PHP coded?
Extremely likely. Probably, I would say. But let's go down here. Let's just.
Andy Cowley.
Hey there, Andy. Nice to see you. Let's just let's spend some time just looking at some beautiful pictures here. It's this is one of the great ways to just really just lose yourself and completely forget about everything else around you and everything else, and
now before you continue, just out of my curiosity, did you ever ask Skybus when she's going to do another star party?
Oh, I haven't. Yeah, they haven't.
Skybus or Fraser Kane.
Fraser.
If they're going to do their star party.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if Tom has heard anything or not, or anybody in the chat.
No, I have not heard anything about any star parties coming up.
Okay. So yeah, I wonder what I know that Fraser was traveling for a while. I don't know exactly what the status of that is.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he was traveling. He's actually
okay. If somebody would know better, it would be definitely Uncle Bill Thorne. Now go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just going to say, I think Fraser was traveling recently. Skylius, she was traveling too. She went to TwitchCon week
Oh,
before
okay.
last. Um,
I see. Yeah,
I caught some of her last session. Not the last one. She was on last night. I didn't catch much of that. But before that, she said she was going to do some of this history stuff for a little while and then get back to the astronomy stuff probably
Cool.
this week. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I heard about too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, the Star Party thing will continue because, I mean, look, for the kind of crowd that Skylius draws, right? If they just keep doing exactly what they're doing, just over and over and over and over and over again, that'll be enough, right? I mean, because she'll get thousands and thousands of viewers, and their goal is to cast this wide net, and try to grab people that way, which is a great way, right? I mean, it's a great method.
Star Party is always on the front page.
Yeah, I don't know if that is a coincidence or if that is something that's planned. Maybe, I have no idea, but maybe if you pay enough, you can get on the front page. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, there haven't been any in quite a while, and not quite sure. I mean, it's been, my weather here is more or less the same as their weather there, right? I mean, if they get clouds, I'm going to have clouds at least the next day.
Check what Uncle Bill Thorne said about the WHSH and Pamela Gabe down in the fellowship.
Oh yeah, Uncle Bill, I noticed that too. That Pamela Gay got on there. So yeah, that's very, very cool. Yeah, she's extremely awesome. All right, let's look at some pictures here. So this is NGC 772 LRGB. So the L is just a luminance exposure. It's I think that's like a wideband. No filters, and then a red and a green and a blue, and then just combined. So yeah, that's a pretty nice. That's a pretty nice shot. I always look at the stars, right, to see if they're round. And they definitely are. I don't know. These look a little big, maybe, but some pretty interesting detail in this guy. Pretty nice.
So by big, you mean they might be a little out of focus?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's there are so many things that can be done to images, right? There's so many tricks now to creation of these kinds of images that one really doesn't know what actually goes into this stuff. It's can be quite a process, and yeah, these just they look a little big, as if they were really trying to stretch the image, and so looking at sort of the low levels here, where but otherwise that's pretty nice. Nice color. Pretty nice color. Cool.
Almost looks like the Milky Way.
Yeah. Whoop, I went too far. Let's Let's see what he says about he or she. Adam Phillips. Come on, Adam Phillips. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Oop.
Yes, that's what you get. We don't use the back and forward buttons.
Yeah. Well, I did. It just it took me all the way back to here, and now that turkey won't load. There we go. Okay. All right. So what does it say here? So through an 11-inch. Guess that's an 11-inch. Process noise reduction. Some weird halos around the bright stars. Yeah, you know, I mean, these are pretty round, right? So the tracking was really, really good. So that's really the most important thing, is to get that tracking really, really well. So yeah, so he did. I guess 15 each. Is that how I would read that? Yeah, I think it's 15 reds, 15 greens, and 15 blues, all 350 seconds long. And then he took 38 800-second luminance. I think I'm reading that right.
So it looks like he was expecting a little bit of weird stuff on the stars.
Yeah, he yeah. They do look
probably
a little
trying
strange.
to get the best he could out of the galaxy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see, M33, we know about that one. What's SH2-132? I know that one. Called the Dragon or Lion Nebula. Okay, so it's some kind of nebulosity up in Cepheus. Take a look here. That's pretty nice.
Does look like a lion to me.
Yeah, I know. I mean, really? Okay. Yeah, these names are sometimes kind of like, I don't know.
Well, I think it's better that they try to give it a name with a little character as opposed to just the license plates you sometimes see.
Yeah, you know, I guess it sort of depends on perspective. I mean, you know, non-astronomers, I guess, like the names, right? And it almost seems as though, you know, the sillier the name, the more it's going to be recognized or remembered or anything else. But yeah, I don't know. I'm noticing these strings of stars. Do you see these? There's this one here. There's this long one here. Look at that. Wow, that's kind of neat. Here's another little one over here.
Now I want to like what's its location?
Well, it's in the constellation of Cepheus. So that's a northern hemisphere constellation right next to Cassiopeia. So it's pretty far north, and yeah, there's a lot of nebulosity there, lots of it. This to me looks like I guess a reflection nebula. So there are stars sort of on one side of it, or maybe in front of it, and their light is reflecting off of that gas and dust, and so that's what we're seeing. So it's a good shot. I mean, it's hard to tell
Now,
really,
out
but
of my curiosity, has any astronomer that's on cutting edge right now has ever seen an exoplanet or just a planet?
Um, planets have been imaged with optics. So yeah, seen actual, planetary bodies. I don't think that we've seen anything really small though, right? We've seen big things, Jupiters and super Earths, as they call that, directly imaged Earth size. I guess I could be wrong about that, um, but I definitely know, that we've seen, large planets directly. So yeah, and
So
that's
there's
only going to get
actually
better
no
and better
chance that those
over
exoplanets are
time.
even imaged and stuff, huh?
Well, not really in any kind of detail, right? They may fall on, one or two or a few pixels on a CCD camera. So yeah, too low resolution to make out any kind of details or anything like that. But we're getting really, really close to being able to take some pretty decent spectra of these objects, and the spectra will actually tell you more about that object than some kind of image. So spectroscopy is definitely what we should be doing first. But that spectroscopy is going to be aided by the adaptive optics, at least on
Now,
the ground,
now
right?
you never
I think
did your Kepler research yet, huh?
no, that's one of those things I put on the list, on the list of things to do. So yeah, no, not yet. I really like the color in this image, right? We're seeing this nice like reddish nebulosity with yellow stars and blue stars and orangey stars. So this is a good shot. It's a really good shot. Let's see, what did he do here? So I'm not quite sure what a TV NP101 refractor is. But I've heard of these ZWOs. Don't know much about those either, but they look like they're pretty nice. Are those CMOS cameras? They probably are. You can probably find out. Let's find out.
Yeah, I'm curious about those CMOS cameras.
Here we go. Well, you've come to the right channel, Bobby, because this YouTube channel is all about trying to satisfy curiosity. And right now, I'm extremely why this is taking so long to load. Oh, okay, here we go.
I can't get no satisfaction.
What is this?
Okay. Why?
CWO
Crazy
astronomy cameras.
Because usually on the front page, when you do your Google search, they usually have like pricing information. But I think you
Yeah. What? That in front of it.
I think Google is pretty darn good about that too.
There we go.
Yeah.
ZWOASI, right? Is that what he was talking about? ASI071P. For some reason, I guess my internet's being you just got to we just have to enjoy the time that we can relax.
Now, out of my curiosity, have you ever thought about upgrading yet or no? Your internet?
Well, at some point, I probably will. It just, you know, you just have to throw dollars at those kinds of problems. So
Yeah, because
once I
right
get
now,
it,
I'm getting 100 down and about maybe 75 up with my cable internet.
yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. It didn't say MC on the end. It said P. Oh, let's put that. Nope. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did do that, actually. One P.
I don't know how much those cameras are going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not seeing...
It's kind of like a bit messed up. Like, you know, like on front pages, if I'm looking for like something for radio and stuff, it will definitely tell you how much you'll be paying for it within multiple stores. I don't know why Google didn't have any information about that.
Yeah, well, probably be able to find it somewhere else. But it looks like it is a CMOS camera, and that's really what I was mostly interested in there. So, okay, that's cool. Yeah, those CMOS cameras are getting better and better and better. It's not bad. So yeah, so he shot both.
Would you prefer a CMOS or a DSLR?
Well, if I'm doing science, I still want to use a CCD camera. If I'm doing astrophotography, I'm not really that much experienced in that, so I can't really have an opinion one way or another. Both seem to work pretty darn well, though. So
I really like the way you modify your webcam and stuff too.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, that was easy. It's the
I'm looking at
M33.
a board right now. Cosmic ray hits CCD versus CMOS. Think. No, it's on
What's
the
that?
forum. It's on the forums.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see it. Well, let's see what they're asking. So I was reading some stuff
Debate about it too.
outside of Cloudy Nights and came across a mention of cosmic ray hits. It reminded me of something that I've been wondering for a while, but not had time to investigate. So he's got an SBIG ST10. Yeah, I have an ST7. Used to seeing cosmic ray hits. Yeah, I see cosmic ray hits on my camera every single image. Pretty distinctive, easy to spot. So earlier this year, he purchased an ASI 1600mm Cool, which again is probably a CMOS camera. Been using it actively for about 6 months. Many thousands of sub-exposures, and never seen a single cosmic ray. I think it's probably has to do a little bit with how the things are read out, maybe. Not quite sure, but yeah, there's a long discussion here about that. So, yeah, but that is interesting, and you know, I have heard about that. This is the first time that I've actually seen a discussion about it. So, cool. Yeah, that's.
How long has it been since you've been CCDing?
Say that again, Bobby.
How long has it been since you've been like CCDing?
How long has who been CCDing?
You.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
I've been working with CCD cameras since 1988 or so, and I've had mine, my S-Big ST7, for probably I don't know, maybe 8 years. I don't know. Yeah.
And it's still got to have Windows XP to make it work, huh?
Well, yeah. This is an older camera, and it can only, at least my understanding is that it can only be run with a piece of software that's called CCD Soft, and
Now, I
specifically,
wonder if it's possible if you was opt to get rid of your Windows XP machine, you might be able to try to make that software work on Windows, at least Windows 7 and on Wine on Linux.
yeah, I think, I mean, my longer term plans are just to upgrade everything, right? Because um, the ST7, um, as far as the science camera goes, is awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
I know for a long time you've been wanting to try to get a software-defined radio. Is that in your longer terms too?
Now that's sort of in a longer term. Yeah, yeah, it's on the list. But yeah, the the two problems with the CCD camera that I have now is that the array size is pretty small, right? It's 765 by 510. So it's I don't even think that's a megapixel, right? That's like half a megapixel. Um, so that makes for a very, very, very narrow field of view. I think I've got about 12 arc minutes on the long side. So yeah, it's just I'd like a larger array, and while I really, really like parallel port stuff, it takes forever, right? It takes, I think, around 16 seconds for this parallel port to download that small image. So,
Now, if you can still get CCD cameras today, what do you think what your future CCD camera will have?
yeah, I don't know yet. Like I said, I've been working with all kinds of different CCD cameras since 1988. So wow, that's like 30 years. So yeah, I've seen state of the art, one of a kind types, and then I've used a bunch of commercial types too. So yeah, if and when the upgrade comes, those are the two things that I will definitely change. Is that I want a larger array so I can have a wider field of view, and I want fast download, right? USB 3, these images, these big images come off in seconds. So yeah,
Now, would you prefer like a 1080p camera or 4K camera?
I would go for probably as large as I could possibly get. I would have to actually calculate, the physical size of the focal plane on the telescope, which probably isn't larger than maybe about a square inch or so. So I really wouldn't need a CCD camera any larger than that. So yeah, we could do the math, with 13 micron.
Jill's was still doing like his tech shows. I was wondering if 4K is still a work in progress.
I don't know. Yeah, don't know. All right, let's keep going here. M42 and 43, little planetary nebula Abell 4 and its companion galaxy. Let's take a look here. Oh, there he is. Okay, so what does he say here? Abell 4 right on the edge of the field of view, huh? Oh, okay. I see. So this seems to be really, really near M34. Conditions weren't optimal. Lots of high-level clouds. Wow. He really went for it. So this planetary nebula is magnitude 16.7. Wow.
Okay, I think before you continue, did you like watch that last night's launch?
Oh, I did. In fact, yeah, we can talk about that. How do we zoom in
What
here?
about you, Tom?
No, I didn't catch any of it. I hope it was successful.
It was great.
It was good.
Good.
Yeah, it's always nice to see more of that, right? So yeah, it's very, very cool. How do you zoom in on this thing? Go full screen, but it's not letting me zoom. Ah, there we go. Cool. Yeah, I'm almost.
I hope you can also download those images as well, and then you can use your photo viewer to zoom in on it.
I suppose I could. Because I'm seeing a central star in that one. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh,
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe.
So let's see.
No.
Okay, there's a download link at the bottom right. Yeah.
This photo. Original. All right, cool. I know where that is.
Okay, Uncle Bill Durham watched it with the EJSA and on CQX.
Yeah, I watched Everyday Astronaut, and
That's
it
what I went
turns.
to.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a surprise too, dude. Did you see that? The after the launch, right? After the second stage burned out and they ejected the sort of the payload part, they had like a 40-minute long pause, and during that time they played Everyday Astronauts music. So yeah, I thought that was very cool.
He was a musician as well. I think he did a good job at it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded really, really good. Yeah. All right, so here's our planetary nebula, and here's the little galaxy next to it. And yeah, there is definitely a central star there. Cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and
you're
that's
using
yeah.
What's wrong with using your image viewer?
Absolutely nothing. I just grabbed this one just random like.
Just out of Casino Blue.
Just out of the blue. See, because then I can invert it. Let's see what that looks like full screen. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Looks pretty darn good inverted too.
Yeah. You can do all kinds of things in GIMP. We can try to sharpen it up a little tiny bit. It's probably not gonna it's probably not going to help it much. But let's see what we can do here. This is just, yeah, that's adding some artifacts, but
looks interesting though.
yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so yeah, there he is. Pretty cool. Got
Yeah, Daniel Bryan, you are late. Darn it.
late.
Dang
So
it,
yes.
dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Yeah.
Got some nice diffraction spikes here on these stars. They actually are showing a sort of a rainbow. That's pretty nice. Pretty cool. Lots of galaxies here. Tons of galaxies. Look at all these little things everywhere. And those galaxies, you know, I mean, we see them, right, as just these smudges of nothing, right? Just absolutely nothing at all there. But, you know, in that circle right there, there are, you know, billions, billions and billions of stars and you know, innumerable planets and who knows what else, right? Absolutely amazing. And to them, we look about the same, right? Just this unimportant, probably never looked at, you know, little smudge there. Just amazing. Just amazing. But yeah, lots of little galaxies, some elliptical galaxies. Looks like a spiral galaxy there. Hard to tell.
And I'm 31 years old, Daniel.
Daniel. Anyway, another pretty good shot. It's you know, it's hard to stack these things. You can tell that there's a little bit of funny business with the stacking, but that's really hard. That's really, really hard. But we got nice round stars, so yay. We're good to go. Yeah, I like it. Look at her. Let's see, where are we going here? Okay, so we did that. Let's go back and see what else is. So little planetary nebulae. Problem with returning grease spot on sensor glass. Oh, that sucks. That's no good. So first visible or viable light. I don't know what that exactly means, but we'll take a look here. Oh, okay. So just some pretty good shots of the Crab Nebula. That's cool. Few hoops to jump through to get things to a point where I can remotely automate, get some good results. Yeah, sounds right. Jumped onto the learning curve. Pretty good though. Oh, and he gets into some kind of hardware thing. There's a camera. Oh, there it is. Cool. Yeah, just USB now. But these are CMOS, as I recall. Little extender of some sort. Off-axis guider, it's set up there. Nice looking chip. It's got a pretty good looking rig there. It's got a guide scope up here. can't tell if there's a camera on that or not, but there probably is. Cool. Well, this is kind of a busy thread for sure. It's getting into histogram plots and all that. That's nice. As I said, this is a really, really informative forum. They'll walk you through every little step, as you can see. Pretty amazing. Pretty nice. Wow. Just goes on and on and on here. Okay, so now he's got another kind of guide scope on there. Huh. There's Orion upside down. It's pretty nice. I don't know if that's actually upside down in the sky, meaning that they're in the south, or if this is just a photograph that was taken upside down. I don't know. Orion Ranch Observatory, Cedar Park, Texas. Okay, that just must be an upside down shot. Not quite sure why he would do that. Full-size image, scope centered on the horse head, yeah. Okay, so he was getting some wind too, so we got a little bit of lines. So yeah, it doesn't say anything about why it's upside down. But okay, that's cool anyway. Let's see if we can see the stars being little lines. Oh, this is going to take a little while to download. Well, it's definitely taking its time. OrionRanchObservatory.com. Huh. Orion Ranch Observatory. Oh yeah, they are. Look at that. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, that you know, looking at it like this, it actually looks pretty nice, right? But if you do that, it's like, oh man, that looks terrible. That looks really, really bad. But you know, the interesting thing about these kinds of you know, mistakes, right? Is that this kind of thing really brings out the colors, though, right? I mean, look at that, at these reds and these blues and whites. You know, so doing that really brings out color a lot. If you ever get to look at like Alberio, the nice binary star in Cygnus, if you really want to see the colors of those stars really, really well, put the stars a little bit out of focus, and that sort of spreads the light out a little bit, and those colors just pop. So even though, you know, this photograph is basically ruined, right? It really brings out the colors, and that's nice. But oh yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad because, like I said, you know, this looks great. You know, you've got Orion's loop here, or I'm sorry, Barnard's loop here. So it's great. It's a great shot. But yeah, it's just.
And we just got a troll that we just threw out.
Oh, do we get a troll? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. I actually recognize that name. Let me see. Oh, yeah. No, I think that's a friendly guy. I think that's a friendly guy. How do I reinstate him?
I'll get it.
I've got
Did you
it.
bring out the wrench, Bobby?
He
Yeah,
brought
no,
out the
right.
wrench. He brought out the wrench. Doing good. Doing good. Yeah, hey there, happy guy. I really like that name. Uh I think that's awesome. Welcome. This is all about astronomy. So yeah, we're just looking at, you know, sort of zoomed out here. This shot looks pretty fantastic. But yeah, there was wind, right? So it jostled the telescope around just a little bit, and that's going to blur everything out, right? I mean, here's the horse head. Here's NGC. I think that's a 2024, as I recall. But yeah, it just that little bit of jostling is just going to blur everything. So that's a bummer. Here it looks pretty good though, so that's cool. Let's see. Just all other kinds of gear and whatnot. Yeah, that's a long one.
It's weird when you're in a wrench crew, you probably may make some mistakes as well.
Hey, you know, that's what science and life is all about, is learning from mistakes. I mean, me being a scientist, you know, I I like to, you know, test things out. I want to make them break because I want to see when things fail, because you learn a heck of a lot by failure. So I totally encourage failure. I think it's a great idea. Polar Ring Galaxy. He calls it a salvage job. Most of the data had a zillion dust donuts in it. He made a lot of cleanup. Still pleased with the result. Okay. Wow. So 12-hour exposure total. Wow. That's a pretty dedicated exposure. So what did he say? Clump of background. Galaxy's lower left. Yeah, down here. Let's take a look. Cool.
I don't think I recall seeing your 3D printing bin yet, Daniel Brownie.
3D printing?
Yeah, I guess 3D printer and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, 3D printing, so I've heard is still sort of an art. Yeah, it's got to go through some improvements still, and maybe on both ends, right? Both on the hardware itself and, you know, the user, right? So, but 3D printing is coming. Oh yeah. So yeah, some nice galaxies down here. He said.
Now, what
Very
is a
cool.
good chance we might be eating 3D printed food?
Oh, I don't know. You never know.
I cannot
You never
believe
know.
like, our local cable company, which is Cox, at their first advertising of Gigablast, they're trying to pull out, and they have something called 3D printed food in the future.
Cool. Yeah, I see a time when that is going to be available, at least, right? I mean, it may not be our only choice, but it will definitely, I would say, you know, be a choice. Now, NGC 7331 is one of my favorite galaxies. This is a beautiful object in the telescope. It's It's absolutely fantastic. And so definitely go for this if you've got a, I mean, you can see this. Oh, you should be able to see this in a 6-inch, something at least. Larger definitely helps, right? 8, 10, 12 would definitely help. But this is a fantastic galaxy. So yeah, definitely put that on your list if you haven't looked at it yet. Nice one. And bunch of galaxies around it, probably in the background, probably, because they're smaller, and we can sort of assume that all galaxies are more or less the same size. That's not a good assumption, but it's sort of a decent assumption. So since these are smaller, they're probably further away, right? So this is in the foreground, and these guys are in the background. And then, of course, in the foreground to this galaxy are all these stars. So yeah, cool. There's a couple of stars there, just one or two, and some nice galaxies too. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, 4 big ones. A little bit of a fuzzy one over here, but yeah, this is one of my favorite telescope objects, NGC 7331. Nice, good shot. M31, we've all seen that one. 663, I don't know. Let's take a look and see. Is it a, what is it? We'll find out, I guess. So this is another CMOS camera. So a bunch of short exposures, right? About 1/3 of a second, 1,000, well, 1,105, 340 millisecond exposures. So okay, let's see what this bad boy is here. Looks like a open cluster.
Yes, it's called Caldwell 10.
Caldwell 10. That's pretty nice. It's this person said that this was a, oh, I guess we don't know if this is a color camera or not, because I don't really see a lot of color here. It is a little blue. Not quite sure what's going on with that, but pretty nice. Pretty good. Not really seeing incredibly faint. We're probably seeing down to, I don't know, 12th magnitude, 13th, maybe. Not too bad. So that's, these images can be stacked. So if they're 300, I'm going to grab my calculator here, which is, of course, always at arm's reach when I'm at this desk. So 0.34 seconds times 1105. So if he stacked all of them, that would be a 375.7 second exposure, or what, 6.26 minutes. So not a huge long exposure either. So yeah, not too bad though. I really do like open clusters. They're just nice. They're like a nice collection of diamonds in the sky. A nice little group. Cool. Let's see. We've seen the dumbbell. Need to worry about that. NGC 7457. Probably a galaxy, probably. Yep, galaxy Pegasus. Okay, so it's pretty close to M31 then. Pretty close. Northwest star. Yeah. Cool. I guess that's it. Or is it that? No, that's a star. Let's see what you do here. Okay, so yeah, I guess it is an elliptical. Oh no, I guess it's classified. Okay, I guess so. Ned classifies it as an SA. Ooh, I don't know. There's something going on there, right? You're seeing dark lanes. Seligman, whoever that is, classifies it as an elliptical / SA0. I don't see the ring, but when I accidentally loaded the fits into Photoshop in 8-bit mode, one showed up, but it was dark, not bright. Dark ring. Yeah, I'm thinking they're talking about this dark thing here. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the line is between an elliptical and like an SA or an S0 galaxy. I mean, I guess I was always taught that ellipticals don't have any sign of any gas or dust. And this pretty clearly shows a dark lane, maybe a dark ring. Kind of hard to tell. Let's can we zoom in anymore? No, I guess that's it. But okay, well, cool. That's a pretty good shot. Again, these stars look a little big, so I'm wondering if they sort of, you know, dug a little too deep into the muck here to bring that out. But pretty good colors, right? We're seeing a little bit of color here. This is sort of yellow. This is sort of blue. I mean, there's a big contrast in color here, right? I mean, that's obviously sort of a bluish gray, and that is definitely like a orangish yellow. So that's nice. Pretty good shot. So that's what NGC 7457. Okay. I wonder if why isn't that coming up? Have to talk to the staff about why this link isn't coming up here. I have to get on them about that. Got to go this way all the time. So what was that? Yeah, I should probably just, you know, sometimes those things just, completely slip my mind. So let's see, 7457 NGC.
I remember when you had your Windows 7 computer, you have so many bookmarks.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Do you think HST looked at it? I don't know. We'll find out. Here we go. It did. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see.
It did.
Pretty recent, too. Pretty recent. Let's take a look.
Daniel Browning wants to know how far is this cluster away from here?
The galaxy that we're looking at? Okay, Tom's got it.
It's like 6,800 something, 850.
Okay, so that was the cluster that we were just looking at.
Caldwell 10, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's pretty far. That's pretty far for a cluster.
Very darn far indeed.
Yeah. So here's NGC 77457. And yeah, definitely overexposed in the middle. That's kind of a bummer. Wonder what exactly they're. I mean, they're probably going for all these other little things. You see all these other little things here? These are all galaxies. All these little fuzzy things are galaxies. Mind blowing. Pretty incredible. This is some kind of an optical artifact. Yeah, that's not likely to be in the sky. But wow, look at all these little tiny galaxies, far, far away. All right, let's keep looking here. So that was 2014. Let's look at 2005. All right, well, they're obviously doing something else, so not a lot of detail there. Definitely, I really can't see any dust lane or anything like that. Maybe something here. Kind of hard to tell. I'm hoping to find one that sort of wants to see that. I think these are spectra, the STIS. I think that's all spectra, if I remember right. Yeah. So we'll skip over the spectra. Here's WIFPIC 2 from 1997. Huh, okay. Again, just not really seeing much. Don't know what these are. Yeah, all right. Well, the mystery continues. WIFPIC 2, Nick Moss is an infrared camera. Well, let's see what these guys were doing. Pretty short exposures. Yeah, okay. Yeah, still not really seeing much. You know, I mean, these folks, of course, are collecting this data based on what they want to get, not exactly what we may want. So yeah, I'm not too surprised that it's just not exactly what I'm looking for. I'd like to see some.
Or what you see is what you get.
Yeah. Here's the original WIFPIC. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, all right. Well, let's. Wow, look at that. It's 3:13 UTC already. Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna tell you the time.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. We didn't even. Well, I think we might have just barely got through things that were posted today. So as you can see, this is a very, very active forum. Seems, like I said, really, really friendly, knowledgeable, and respectful. So yeah, give it a try if you haven't already, for sure. I'm going to check the chat really quick, and then I think it's time to get on out of here. So talking astronomy is great fun, and being able to do it, with all of you is absolutely fantastic. It's so nice to share a passion, and shoot the breeze, look at some things, dive deep, whatever it is. Hope we're all having a pretty good time. So, all right. Well, with that, I'm going to get out of here for now. Yeah, I will see you in a little less than 23 hours from now. So, take care, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Later.